Lesson 10. Comparing facilities, services and food. Comparatives. A comparative is between 1 to 99%. For short adjectives, we add er plus than. So an adjective like cheap, cheaper than. And for long adjectives, we add more or less. So the word expensive, less expensive than, more expensive than. An adjective is used to describe a noun or a thing. Superlative. These are from 0% and 100%. You cannot get any less or you cannot get any more. And it's not comparing. That is the limit. So for short adjectives we add est, est. The cheapest. So for superlatives we add the plus short adjective plus est. So for cheap we add the cheapest. And you say the whole word like you would normally and you just add est, cheapest. And for long adjectives we add the most or the least. The most is 100%, the least 0%. So for expensive we would say the least expensive and the most expensive. Comparatives ending in y, when they are written, you take the y away and you add an I. So funny becomes funnier or funniest, happy, happier, happiest, pretty, prettier, prettiest, lazy, lazier, laziest, noisy, noisier, noisiest. So as I said before, you say the whole word like you would normally and you add or est. So here we have a diagram which shows cheapest at 0% and most expensive at 100%. Anything in between is a comparative. Cheaper than, more expensive than. Some words are irregular. So a word like bad, we do not say badder or baddest, we say worse than and the worst. And for good, we do not say gooder or goodest, we say better than and the best. With comparatives you say than after the adjective. And with superlatives you say the before the adjective. Item is better than item. Or items are better than items. Brown sugar is better than white sugar. Is bigger than. Are bigger than. Is smaller than. Are smaller than. Is sweeter than. Are sweeter than. Is less expensive than. Are less expensive than. Is less luxurious than. Are less luxurious than. Is more sour than. Are more sour than. Is more popular than. Are more popular than. So these are all comparatives. You're comparing one thing with another. Is the fastest. Are the fastest. For example, the metro is the fastest way to get there. Is the tastiest. Are the tastiest. Is the nicest. Are the nicest. Is the best. Are the best. Is the least spiciest. Are the least spiciest. Is the least expensive. Are the least expensive. Is the most popular. Are the most popular. Is the most luxurious. Are the most luxurious. So these are all superlatives. Overview. A syllable is how many sounds there are that make up a word. So a word like big is one syllable, one sound. Nicest is two syllables, nicest. Expensive is three syllables, expensive. One syllable, comparative, you add With superlative, you add est. 1-syllable adjectives: tall, old, young, green. 2 syllables: you can choose comparative, or more, superlative, est or most. 2-syllable adjectives with friendly, friendlier, quiet, quieter, simple, simpler, happy, happier. 2-syllable adjectives with more or less: peaceful, more peaceful, careful, more careful, and pleasant, less pleasant. With 3 or more syllables, comparative is more and superlative most. 3 or more syllables: important, interesting, beautiful. There are some irregular adjectives which don't follow these rules: good, better and best, bad, worse, worse, little, less, least, much, more, most, and far, further, furthest. Is the best we have available, are the best we have available. Is not as strong as, are not as strong as. Is not as quick as, are not as quick as. Is not as nice as, are not as nice as. Is the same as, are the same as. Is similar to, are similar to. Is different to, are different to. Is a bit like, are a bit like. Is as, and an adjective as item. Is as big as, is as tall as, or are.